Namaste everyone. I am Nikky Kumar Jha, co-founder of Saptkrishi Scientific Private Limited. At Saptkrishi, we are solving the problem of perishability of fruits and vegetables for millions of small marginal farmers and street hawkers. Till now, we have impacted more than 15 to 20,000 people's life, out of which 2,000 to 2,500 are women from the small marginal farmer community and street hawker community via our affordable, accessible, microclimatic storage called Sabji Koti. Let me take you to my village. I myself belong from a very small village in Bhagalpur, Bihar. And this picture, I bring you from my Bhagalpur Mandi, the place where fruits and vegetables are sold. Can you see this lady? Her name is Hema Devi. And Hema Devi is sitting in encroaching sun at 2 p.m. in encroaching sun, and she's sweating. You can see she's getting dehydrated. She's sitting in encroaching sun and selling fruits and vegetables just to earn bare minimum so that she can sustain her livelihood. For her, it's not about luxury. It's not about her income. It's about her livelihood. And let me give you a fact that there are millions of Hema Devis out there. You see that old man, he doesn't even have a banyan on his body. He had to sit bare body in the scorching sun and had to sell fruits and vegetables. This is how a small marginal farmer earned their expense to sustain their livelihood. Their per day expense depends upon that how many kgs of fruits and vegetables he or she will be selling in the mandi. They are barely earning 100 rupees. Barely. I get a goosebumps each time I see this picture. But this is not the case. This is not like I am here to tell you us. So the things get worst. The thing get worst when the so-called educated, so-called uh, educated, literate people goes to mandi after 8 p.m. in evening to buy fruits and vegetable. Why? Because these people had to return. These people had to return to their houses, which is 20 kilometers far from this place. They would probably take 2 hours to go barefoot, walking. And again, next morning, she had to come to mandi to sell. She simply doesn't want to throw these fruits and vegetables. She had to sell at half the price or 3/4 of the price or 1/4 of the price. When this is the case now, it literally seems that we as a humanity has failed. Fruit and vegetable wastage, we produces around 330 million metric tons of fruits and vegetables, out of which 110 million metric tons goes to wastage. I can throw you a number of fact. But what that mean? This lady is losing 1 lakh rupees per year. Why? And they are left on their faith. %40 of the global production goes to wastage. They lose 30 to 40% in their potential income. If you calculate the economical losses, that is in trillions of rupees. If you calculate cumulative, and let me tell you, it's not only about the economical losses to these small marginal farmers and street hawkers across the country. It is way more than that. It is way more than that. What's the way more? The way more thing is, ki, let me again surprise you before going further to the lecture. Let me again surprise you with the fact that just to grow one of these brinjals, you need 20 to 30 liters of water just to grow one brinjal. And if these brinjals are thrown on the roads, it simply means that thousands of liters of water has been wasted. And for God's sake, in India, agricultures are practiced in fresh water. In one side, you see the conditions of Bangalore, you see the condition of Chennai, you see the condition of Delhi. People are just people lives in the scarcity of water, and on the other hand, we use so much of water to grow our fruits and vegetable. Why? To throw it on the streets. If that's the case, sorry, we as a humanity has been failed. I had to say that. It's not only about the economical and water losses. It's also about the thousands of hours these people has put in to grow that fruit and vegetable. Can you imagine their life? I myself belong from a farmer family. I myself has a mango orchards. Hope you many people have seen people throwing fruits and vegetables on television. But we are the one who have bear the pain to throw those fruits and vegetables on the street because we were not being given enough money to transport that fruits and vegetables to the local mandi, and eventually that has to be thrown on the roads, on the streets. This is the harsh reality. These people wakes up at 4 in the morning. These people wakes up at 4 in the morning, feed their cattle, and straight goes to their whatever land they have, worked there, pluck or water their fruits and vegetables, and whatever the produce they has, they just fill it in their this pot and took it on head and come to mandi. Can you count down the number of hours of manpower that has been wasted? And above all, let me tell you, if these all doesn't sensitize you, all of my these words are vain, doesn't sensitize you. Hey, let me tell you, once this fruits and vegetable will get Paris, it will emit a gas called methane, which has a 25 times more global warming potency. Let me tell you, being an environmental graduate, now there is no red line. We have already crossed the red line, and that in terms of environmental impact that we are facing today, in terms of climate change, what we are facing today, there is no red line. We have crossed it. And that is very evident in the news. It's very evident in the news which we are seeing today in Wayanad and in Kedarnath. Literally, it's heart devastating to see all those pictures, people losing lives, homes are just blown away by. It's a catastrophe. Anyway, if I had to give you the numbers, so the carbon emission due to this fruits and vegetable wastage is 182 million metric ton. This is again a huge number. It's a huge number. And it's not the case that there are that we don't have solutions. We have n number of solutions to cater these fruits and vegetable wastage. We have things like cold room, we have things like cold chain, we have things like controlled atmosphere, we have things like chemical wrapping, wax coating, zero energy cool chamber. But none of these is able to penetrate down to these people. None. If that could have been, this picture couldn't have been existed here. And a picture is enough to say millions of words. To solve this complex issue, okay, let me introduce you to one more term. That's called market failure. So what this market failure term is all about? So once you have massive amount of solution with you, that I have already told you, like cold storage, cold room, chemical wrapping, chemical coating, wax coating, controlled atmosphere, refrigerated vehicles, zero energy cool chamber, and the list continues. And on the other hand, you have a large populations who need all those things. Like people like Hema Devi, there are millions of people like Hema Devi who needs all those type of solution. But those solution is not able to reach these small marginal farmers. So this gap is called market failure. You have problem, you have solution, but you have a large number of people who are having the problem, and solutions is not being able to is not able to come down to the people who actually is facing the problem. This classic case is called market failure, and in market failure case, it's the government, institutions, social entrepreneurs are the one whose responsibility becomes even more. To solve this complex market failure problem, we devised a storage called Saptkrishi. Saptkrishi is one of its kind and only of its kind storage that doesn't require any kind of refrigeration, no chemical, no preservative, to maintain the freshness and extends the shelf life of fruits and vegetables anywhere between 3 to 30 days. What it need is few liter of water and 20 watt of power, the same power which your phone requires to charge, nothing else. So you can see like this storage is designed in a way looking at the Indian village population. Because I myself belong from a village, so I know, like, what are the things that has been lacking in the village. I completely agree with the fact that today entire country has been electrified. Entire country is electrified today. But even the bigger question is, for how many hours you get the electricity in our country, in every village. Even bigger question is the quality of electricity. We in the village has to put two of the phases together so that 220 volt can be made. Because there's always a low voltage problem. And sometimes because we join two phases and get the electricity, and sometimes there is a proper voltage comes in, our appliances got fuse. So these type of problems is there with this small marginal farmers community. And let me again give you a fact that 95% of our farmers are small marginal farmers. And if you consider that 95% as 100%, then 60 to 70% of those small marginal farmers per day expense depends upon sale of fruits and vegetables. So now you understand that how important the fruit and vegetable plays the part into per day expense pattern of any of Indian households. To cater to this very certain problem, we build Sabji Kothi. And to cater to the even more greater audience, we have three more different products. We call it Sabji Kothi e-cart, Sabji Kothi manual cart, and Sabji Kothi jumbo. These are the four type of Sabji Kothi which is there, that can be completely powered by solar energy, requires very less or no power, can be operated on a battery, and so on. See, this is experimental result which what we have got inside and outside by putting fruits and vegetables inside Sabji Kothi and outside Sabji Kothi. We have been filing more than 3 patents, third-party validation from government institutions and all. We felt our appreciation when our Honorable Prime Minister tweeted about our thing. And also we got featured on Shark Tank India. We are the winner of various prestigious national and international awards. Just to count a few, like Climate Solver Award from WWF, Salt Champion from United Nations, and 3M CII Young Innovator Challenge Award from CII and 3M. This is just a few awards. Recently, we got awarded by Global Earth Care Award and whatnot. So what promise we make to our customer? The promise which we make to our customer is that increase in income of small and marginal farmers by 150% by providing them adequate storage facility. Reduction in wastage by more than 30%, and also health benefits that kills deadly pathogens and make your fruit and vegetables safe, and also reduced energy consumption by more than 80%, which in turns led to carbon emission decrease. So what promise we make to our Mother Earth is that every 1 rupee which we spent on our product, you get an environmental return of 20 rupees and a societal return of 5 rupees. So every one Sabji Kothi which costs 12,500 can offset up to 1276.8 kg of CO2, which is equivalent to cultivating 60 full-grown trees. Let me tell you, like any other startup, our vision is also to become a unicorn. But our matrix is very different. Our matrix is to impact a billion lives. And by impacting a billion life, we will be able to generate a revenue of $1 billion as well. And that day, the day when I will impact a billion life, I would call my startup as a unicorn. Still, I did a competitive analysis where we are in terms of market. So if you plot the graph with all the possible solutions in terms of portability and affordability, we are the only one who occupy the prime quadrant. So as I told you, we are operating in 10 plus states with more than 2,500 deployments now and more than 20,000 life impacted. This is the amazing team whom we have worked day and night out, and then we have put in these Sabji Kothi into life today. This pictures gives me a way better sleep. You can see people doesn't have a formal roof on their head, but they have Sabji Kothi. See how people assemble around the sabji koti and take pictures. See, we have penetrated, we have given demonstration in mandis to foster the deployment. You can see this picture, this grand old man. He had his sabji koti and how he is protective about his sabji koti. So today you go from Atak to Katak, Kashmir to Kanyakumari, you will find sabji koti. I started with the story of Hema Devi. Unfortunately, we lost Hema Devi in COVID. But today, his son Manoj is using sabji koti and earning 170% every day. And that's what the impact which we had made, which we are happy about. Thank you. That's my time. I am Nikki from Team Saptkrishi. Hello, ma'am. You there?
Thank you very much, sir, for a wonderful presentation. I will take up the questions now. In the meantime, can you please stop sharing the screen, sir, so that we can see your full video? Yeah. I'll move on to the questions, sir. Sir, what are the main products and services offered by your company, sir?
Mainly, we build storages for small marginal farmers, for street hawkers across the country. We also provide solar dryers, mushroom chambers, and pesticide remover. So these are the four, like one storage that is of four different types, like sabji koti, the base model, sabji koti e-cart model, sabji koti cart model, sabji koti jumbo. So these are the different type of storages which we provide. Apart from this, we make very intelligent solar dryers. We make mushroom chambers, and our mushroom chambers is designed in a way that you can have high vitamin D content into that mushroom. And also, we make pesticides remover from fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
What have been the impact of Saptkrishi initiatives on local farmers and communities in surrounding areas?
Ma'am, the impact is huge in terms of societal, environmental, and terms of personal. What personally they get, that increase in income by more than 150 to 170%. What as a society impact it is? No wastage, reduced energy consumption, and as an environmental impact is that one deployment of sabji koti mitigates up to 1276.8 kg of CO2, which is equivalent to cultivating 60 full-grown trees.
Okay. How does like your company integrate traditional farming practices with modern technology?
So we provide advisory services as well to our customers. We do a very close call with our customer, and we give them advisory services. We are also coming up with an Saptkrishi app that will have a very specific section of advisory that how any type of fruits and vegetables are getting cultivated and getting stored. So this way we are building an entire ecosystem around fruits and vegetables, and this way we'll be supporting our farmers, and this way we'll be supporting the local economy, ma'am.
Okay. Are there any notable success stories or case studies involving farmers who have significantly benefited from Saptkrishi's solutions?
There are massive, ma'am. There are massive. If you can refer to our social media, you will find flood of these, like, people like, today, it's my manager job to count that how many sabji koti we are dispatching to different parts of the country today. But what's make me happy is that once I get a call from the people like Manoj, people like Hema Devi ki, just because of you, I have earned 200 rupees more. Believe me, ma'am, that gives me a way better sleep than anything else.
Okay. What are the main challenges faced by Saptkrishi in its mission to support farmers and improve agricultural practices?
Ma'am, the problems are at each and every stages. But right now, what is there is that still we are a very affordable storage system, but still farmer lacks that they will put out 12,000 or 10,000 rupees once from the pocket and they will give it to us uh, for a storage. That's not the case. So here we are struggling to come out with a microfinancing partner. We are going to tie up with the banks so that loan can be provided and so on. So these are the aspects which we are still working upon, and we want to see it happening very soon.
Okay. What role do government policies and regulations play in addressing food wastage?
Because since I already explained in my lecture that this is a classic problem of market failure, and if there is a market failure, government roles is very prominent then. So even at our storage case, we haven't been able to put our storage system into subsidy. So I definitely think that government should build in policies where startups product can also be subsidized apart from these tractors trailers. And also the mechanism of subsidization should be very easy. It shouldn't be a troublesome process for a startup so that we as a startup don't go there or fear to go at a government office. So yes, policy plays a very crucial role, and policy has a lot to do with it.
Okay. I'll move on to the next question, sir. Are there any government grants, subsidies, or private investments that supports Saptkrishi's projects?
Yeah, so I'm very thankful to the very flagship program of government called Startup India. So it's the Startup India that a village boy like me has traveled across all those narrow streets and presenting my country national and international level, presenting my project in national and international level. So government support in terms of incubation and acceleration is amazing, and I am one of the part of the incubation center from IIT Patna, IIT Kanpur, SCOSS Jammu, and many others. So yes, government has supported Saptakrishi, and fortunately we haven't raised any private investment. Fortunate me or unfortunate me or unfortunate me, that time will decide. But for now, it's like fortunate of me because we heavily depends upon our customer money. We sell our product to customers, and we are a cash positive company as of date. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Like, how do you collect feedback from farmers and stakeholders to improve your products and services?
Yeah, we regularly collect feedbacks. We regularly do a call. I myself do a call to each every day to one or two customers, see how they are feeling with the product, what are the improvement I can make. Is the product working upon all type of fruits or vegetables or not? Or they are like, uh, is product working in different agroclimatic zones or not? So these are the problems and that I personally try to go dig in details about these problems at the customer's end. So yes, we regularly have the feedback.
Okay. What are the main challenges you face, sir, in your mission to support farmers?
I've already told you about the challenges, ma'am. Ki, right now we need government help in terms of subsidy. We need microfinance companies to come to us and they can provide financing services to small marginal farmers and also banks to give them the loans.
Okay. Can you tell us about your background, sir? What made you like to come in this field and start this company?
Yeah. So I myself belong from a very small village in Bhagalpur, Bihar, and I have seen uh, my people growing fruits and vegetables. And I'm an electrical electronics engineer, but I did my master's in ecology and environmental studies. Then I went to Europe and I did a year-long course on ecology in creating for-profit social enterprise. I returned back from Europe to my country. I founded this Saptkrishi, looking at my own people's problem, my own family problem of wastage of mango. And with that, I returned back to the country. I formed Saptkrishi, and also I joined. I'm a research scholar at IIT Kanpur, uh, doing my PhD in product design. That's what it is, ma'am.
That's very interesting, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of
Thank you.
agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank Mr. Nikky Kumar Jha for the talk and for answering the questions. This meeting will now be closed.